Hey there, friends. It's 11:30 on this Friday morning. We're coming on the air this afternoon as we continue to track Hurricane Delta and brace for whatever impacts the storm brings to us here in the capital area. East Baton Rouge Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome is just about to give an update on prep and response. Let's listen in.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for joining us for this update on Hurricane Delta in East Baton Rouge Parish. Joining me are representatives from the Mayor's Office of Homeland Security, our East Baton Rouge Parish first responders, our Department of Public Works, and a representative from Entergy Power Company. Hurricane Delta is currently a Category 3 storm and is forecasted to make landfall in southwest Louisiana as Category 2. Please continue to pray for our neighbors to the west of us who are facing yet another devastating storm. East Baton Rouge Parish is currently under a flash flood watch until 1 p.m. Saturday. We are also under a tropical storm warning with the potential for strong winds. Overnight, bands from Delta dropped 10 inches of rain during a 3 to 4 hour period in parts of East Baton Rouge Parish. This amount of rain over that period of time will always cause flash flooding, which is why we were prepared. The Department of Public Works pre-staged high water barricades near locations prone to flooding. Our crews have been out since 3 a.m. this morning, responding to reports of street flooding. As of 7 a.m., our parish-wide emergency response teams supported 23 water assistance calls to 911. Many of these calls were due to vehicles stalled in high water. Fortunately, all of these instances were non-life-threatening, but it is a prime example of why we stress that residents stay off of our roadways for the duration of Delta. I repeat, please stay in place unless absolutely necessary. We are anticipating more storm bands today, bringing another 5 inches of rain through Saturday. Safety is our priority. It is best for residents to stay home and off the roadways. Again, please only travel if necessary. Never drive into high water. As we always say, turn around, don't drown. You can view the current road closures on our website, brla.gov/emergency. That's brla.gov/emergency. The city parish is working in tandem with the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development to ensure our state highways are safe. We did lower the level of Capitol Lake near the governor's mansion by 1.5 feet to reduce the chance of flash flooding on I-110. We also anticipate tropical force winds in East Baton Rouge Parish, with the worst conditions beginning at 6 p.m. and lasting until midnight. Sustained winds are expected at 25 to 35 miles per hour with gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. Now that the ground is saturated from the overnight rain showers, there's a strong potential for downed trees and power outages. So please report any downed trees on roadways to 311. Please report any power outages to Entergy or Demco. Now, before I go any further, I would like to invite up Fred Rayford, Director of Transportation and Drainage for the City Parish. He will be followed by Will Johnson, Regional Manager of Customer Service for Entergy. Fred and Will.
Thank you, Mayor. You know, as the Mayor indicated, we did get a lot of rain last night, and it was about between 12 and 3 o'clock when the real rain hit in. And there's been various levels of rain, some between 8 and 12 inches of rain in the northeast part of the parish, working and talking and communicating with both mayors of Baker, Central, and also in Zachary. You know, they had a struggle last night, but I think right now they're in pretty good shape and the water is receding as they want it to be. Certainly we all do. But as the Mayor just stated, I will tell you that when you get that kind of rain in a short period of time, our system's just not ready to, or be able to handle it. I know people get very frustrated about that, but it is the engineering truth. It just cannot be handled, that amount of water in that short period of time. I will tell you that it would be very, very wise to still continue to look at the river levels. We are watching that very closely because of the amount of rain, and if we do get the other additional 5 inches of rain as stated, you know, we want to be sure that we're all on top of that, and I think the community needs to be aware of that also. We watched where the Jor at Comint and also at the Amite River. These are 2 tributaries that drain 3/4 of our parish. So in our opinion, we need to watch them very closely. Our outfalls have been checked early this morning. I was out from about 3 o'clock to about 7 this morning, riding throughout the areas, checking to be sure because of the amount of rain that we had. And the good thing I can tell you is that it is moving forward, and that's what we really wanted to do. So at this point, we're in pretty good shape. But, you know, we still have a long day ahead of us, and I would ask the people of the community to stay tuned to what's going on, but be aware of the situation around them. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred. Entergy is prepared. Entergy is ready. We've deployed over 7,000 utility workers in the Louisiana area. They are ready to begin the restoration process as quickly and safely as possible. One thing we want to remind you is that Entergy does not deploy its aerial bucket trucks until winds subside below 30 miles per hour. There are a few things on the safety tip we'd like to ask the community. If you come across Entergy workers, please do not engage them. They are in the restoration process. Engaging them only prolongs that process. If you do engage them, we ask that you remain 6 feet away and speak quickly and move on. Not being disrespectful, but our job is to restore power, and that's what we want to do. 3 other things that we'd like to ask is that you stay away from standing water, that you stay away from down power lines, and also from debris that could be hiding down power lines. If you have to contact Entergy, contact us at 1-800-9-OUTAGE. That's 1-800-9-OUTAGE. I'd also like to share with you, if you have not already, please download the Entergy app at Entergy.com. There you will find the Entergy View Outage Map, and you can keep up with the restoration process and restoration speed in your area. You can also enter your zip code, and from there you can see the restoration in your area. Last thing, I'd like to share some historical data with you. Entergy's restoration process, our data shows that if an area is impacted by a Category 1 storm, our data shows that we restore power 90% of the time within 7 days. If an area is impacted by a Category 2 storm, our historical data shows that we restore the power 90% of the time within 10 days. We are an award-winning company at restoring power. Of course, we get quite a bit of practice at this. So we want to let you know, again, that Entergy is prepared and Entergy is ready.
Thank you, Will, and thank you, Fred, for that update and information. And so let me share a couple of other things with you. Due to the current weather conditions, Republic Services suspended today's garbage and recyclable collections for the city of Baton Rouge, East Baton Rouge Parish, and the city of Central. So please, if you have not done so already, we need you to absolutely secure garbage bins near your home. Don't leave them along the roadway where they can pose a safety risk during high winds. No pickup today. Please put your bins in. Garbage collections are tentatively suspended for Saturday, as well as we'll resume normal pickup on Monday. So tomorrow, Saturday, is tentative. We have to see what the weather outcome will be, and then we will consistently keep you up to date and let you know whether you should put your garbage bin out or not. Now, last night we responded to calls at 9 homes for water assistance. There's always a heightened awareness and concern when we're anticipating any type of storm of this magnitude. Our emergency preparedness team is actively working with our stakeholders and first responders to stand up a shelter of last resort if the need arises. As they say, we prepare for the worst, but we are hoping and praying for the best, and every preparation for every scenario is being made to ensure that our citizens can safely weather this storm and its aftermath. Do not forget those who are disabled and our senior citizens. If you have any needs around them, please call 211. As Mayor President, the safety of every resident of our community is of the utmost importance to me. And I ask that you please take proper precautions to protect yourself and your families by staying where you are until this storm passes. To stay up to date with the status of the city parish, you can download the Red Stick Ready mobile application and text Red Stick Ready, that's Red Stick Ready in all caps with no spaces, to 225-243-9991. That's 225-243-9991, and there you will receive updates from the Mayor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness. Thank you for another opportunity to communicate with you. Please stay safe, and God bless. Are there any questions? Yes, Terry?
When you say water assistance at home, what does that mean?
I'm sorry, would you repeat the question?
When you say water assistance, what do you mean in response to calls? Is that like rescues or?
Yes, water assistance, those individuals who feel threatened that water has either a little amount of water has come into their home and they feel threatened. So that means that we sent search and rescue teams out to address them. Chief, did you want to add to that? That was on point.
And did those individuals have to be taken to shelters or something?
No, none had to be taken to shelters. Yes.
Adding on to that, I know the numbers, and I just want to make sure I understand.
Mm-hmm.
There were 23 that were vehicles, and in addition to that, it was 9 that were homes, or is it 23 total?
23 total.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I apologize for not repeating the question. Any other questions? Well, I want to thank all of our media outlets for allowing us an opportunity to keep the lines of communication open with the citizens.
All right, so you've been listening to a news conference from East Baton Rouge City Parish officials. Mayor Sharon Broome there giving some updates from City Parish officials as we all continue to wait and see what impacts we do experience from Hurricane Delta, which is expected to make landfall along the coast at some point late this afternoon. Some key resources that I want to share with you right off the top. Red Stick Ready. It is the City Parish's emergency preparedness site where they post sandbag locations, road closures as well, and more. But really the message from Mayor Broome coming out of that news conference is to not travel if at all possible today. Only travel if necessary until this storm is over. We have a live look right now at the satellite, and we're going to get to Ashley Ruiz here in just a second. But if you can stay in place today, you should until this is over. 311 is the number that folks can call for reports of downed trees or blocked roadways. If you do have any power outages to report, those should be reported to Entergy and to DIMCO. If you do lose power at all, understand that crews aren't going to be able to get out there and start the process of restoring power until this storm dies down and until those winds die down as well. For an update on the latest on what Hurricane Delta is doing, now let's send things over to meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. And Ashley, we heard from Mayor Broome talking about 9 home rescues that had to be performed overnight because of those outer rain bands. What's happening right now and what can we expect as we go throughout the day?
Well, Jaron, we have more rain moving in. In fact, just the beginning of the rain. So the outer shield almost of Delta as Delta nears the coast of southwest Louisiana, but it still has plenty of ways to go before it makes landfall this evening. Still a Cat 3 hurricane, max winds of 115 miles per hour, moving due north at 13 miles per hour towards southwest Louisiana. So I'm going to walk you through the latest from the National Hurricane Center. Forecast to make landfall either as a Cat 2, a strong Cat 2, or a weak Cat 3 hurricane near Cameron or Vermilion Parish, and then it's going to move inland. And once it does so, it's going to weaken quickly, but our impacts will not be done even if it is exiting the area tomorrow morning. We'll still have winds, but our greatest impacts will be this evening, and it's going to continue to weaken again as it moves to the northeast, accelerating to the northeast. Now, with that heavy rain we saw overnight, again, that was a rain band. We saw over 10 inches of rainfall for some spots, and now we are watching the co-meet at Jor Road. The flood stage is at 20 feet, and it's now almost to 24 feet, and it's rising. It's expected to crest this evening around 26 feet. Again, this could change, though, depending if we get caught under some of these rain bands. So it is expected to enter moderate flood stage this evening. The A-meet at Denham is expected to reach its crest tomorrow, 31 feet by Saturday, in minor flood stage, and same for the A-meet at Bayou Manchac on Sunday, reaching minor flood stage. So right now we're just seeing some light showers, but notice the progression. Some of those yellows, that's starting to inch closer and closer to the Baton Rouge metro. We're going to see conditions continue to deteriorate into the afternoon, but especially this evening. Winds are out of the northeast right now between 10 and 20, with gusts already in Lake Charles at 48 miles per hour. Homa, that's tropical storm force at 39 miles per hour. Gonzales only around 20. So we are under that tropical storm warning. Areas along and west of the Atchafalaya River under a hurricane warning. So power outages here will be possible, as we could see winds of 39 miles per hour or greater with higher gusts. The most likely time of arrival of tropical storm force winds will be this afternoon for our area, and that will continue to spread inland. Not just that, we have the risk for coastal flooding. We have a coastal flood advisory around Lake Maurepas and Lake Pontchartrain. The immediate coast could see storm surge 7 to 11 feet for Vermilion Bay, and then from areas of Morgan City to Port Fourchon, could see around 4 to 7 feet of storm surge. Not just that, being on the east side of the storm, we're looking at the threat for spin-up tornadoes. So you need to have multiple ways to receive warnings and have your safe place ready to go and ready to put your tornado safety plan into action. So again, a slight risk, a level 2 out of 5 on the scale, and we have a flash flood watch in effect, as we could see 2 to 5 inches of rain with locally higher amounts, especially if you get caught under the rain bands. We saw that last night. You could double or triple those amounts of 2 to 5 inches. So if you get caught under a rain band, you could easily see, again, double or triple those amounts. But the highest totals will be near and east of the center of where Delta moves ashore. As for winds, possibly sustained 25 to 45 miles per hour with gusts between 50 to 70 plus. Now, we could, areas northwest and west of the Baton Rouge metro could see gusts over 80 miles per hour, depending on how far east that storm does come ashore. This is one of our in-house computer models showing this afternoon rain bands starting to move in. Some of the most intense rain bands moving into the area late afternoon and evening. And this is just a computer model. This is not a specific forecast, but you can see some of those strong wind gusts, tropical storm force, possibly trying to reach hurricane force wind gusts toward Acadiana. This is around 8:30, showing wind gusts of trying to approach 100 miles per hour in Acadiana, whereas some here showing possibly 50 to 70 miles per hour. So that's why we're saying prepare for a tropical storm, possibly some hurricane force wind gusts, not sustained, but gusts. And then as we head into the overnight hours, the rain should start coming to an end, but winds will likely not relax until tomorrow. Still seeing some wind gusts in excess of around 20 to 30 even tomorrow afternoon possibly. So we're going to continue to follow this. We're going to have more team coverage on our website and free Be Our Proud app. That's brproud.com. Go ahead, download the free BR Proud app. It's a great tool to have. You can track the tropics with us, the latest from the National Hurricane Center, and you will get alerts sent to your phone. It uses GPS, again, it will be to your location. So let's send it back on over to you, Jaron. Again, we will continue to track the tropics and track all of these showers and storms and all the conditions in the coming hours.
You and our whole team very busy this morning tracking all of this. Now, we did hear those city parish officials talk about what some areas experienced overnight. Our Courtney Williams has been live all morning in Central, Baker, and Zachary surveying those reports of high water. Fortunately, Courtney, in many areas the water has receded from this morning. We're going to check in with Courtney now, and can you tell us where you are and what you're seeing in the area?
Hey to you guys. Well, I'm here on McHugh Drive. It's right off of Broome Road, and this road is actually blocked off. There's yellow tape right here in front of me, but this has had high water here. The water is starting to recede a little bit, but these homes behind me still have water in their yards and right up to their front door. I see there's some sandbags in front of one home, and I got to talk with residents, and they say that this road always floods whenever it rains. Actually, one other resident, he was actually moving stuff out of his house into his car. He actually parked across the street into higher ground because, again, fear of what's to possibly come, being that Hurricane Delta has not yet made landfall. But the common theme I've been hearing from residents who live in this area is about drainage. And they say that it's been a problem and it's not being cleaned out properly. And so they've talked to the mayor about this issue and still haven't quite heard back yet, but they're hoping that gets solved. Again, I spoke with a resident earlier this morning, and she told me about her problem and that she's packing up everything in her house just to be out. She said no later than 1 o'clock ahead of the storm because of her backyard is just filled with water. So again, it's been an issue, but the water is starting to recede, but we're still not out of the woods just yet, being that Hurricane Delta still has yet to make landfall, and there's more rain to come later on today. But we'll just be keeping track of everything here in the areas for you guys, and always keep you up to date on air, online, and also on our free BR Proud app. Reporting live here in Baker, Courtney Williams. Send it back to you guys in the studio.
Courtney, we were seeing that truck drive behind you there going through some of that high water. It was obviously a high water vehicle, a pickup truck being able to do that, but we do want to let folks know, again, you've been saying it all morning, turn around, don't drown. If you come across roads that seem impassable, you should just turn around. Don't think that you can get through them because you don't know how deep those waters are until you kind of get into the middle of them. Courtney, thank you so much for that report. It's good to see those waters receding, but we know anything could happen as we continue to experience the impacts from Hurricane Delta. You stay safe out there. And for the latest on Hurricane Delta right at your fingertips throughout the day, we want to make sure to again remind you that you can download our free BR Proud News app. That is where you can find the latest on storm alerts, hourly updates, and the tropical satellite. We will be back on the air with you right here at 1 o'clock for the Governor's News Conference, and then we'll be right back here on BR Proud News at 5, 5:30, and 6 o'clock. For now, I'm Jaron Jordan. Stay safe, friends.